What does the continents, the moon, and Brothers Grimm have to do with Easter? Stick around to find out. Welcome to the Talk About Purpose podcast. I'm Matthew Ewing.
I'm Brian Harper.
I'm Frank Curry.
Season 2, we're back.
Season 2. We are
dos.
back.
We're back. Heck yeah.
Lock, cocked, and ready to rock.
That too.
I wasn't talking about. Never mind, Frank.
You sound like Hot Rod. What is it? I just saw that Ricky Stenicki movie.
Oh,
I
I didn't get to finish that.
Ricky Stick.
Rock Hard Rod it was.
Yeah.
That does sound like something you'd watch.
Ricky Stenicki is Rock Hard Rod.
Right.
Anyways, yes. Good movie.
All right. So does anybody have an idea of how Easter started?
The Easter Bunny?
What it means? What does Easter mean to us?
Well, obviously the Easter Bunny brings eggs for all the kids, and that's not what it means.
That's definitely not what it means.
Well, inform me.
All right. So we all know the basic story of it, right? That we're taught in church. It's, I'm just going to quick go through this. It's Jesus, Good Friday, he dies.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go to Sunday, he's risen. We celebrate the resurrection. And that's basically what we're taught is what Easter's about. And I'm not saying that it's not, but its origin isn't exactly based in that. Oh, fun fact, crucifixion, the word crucifixion, the word excruciating comes from crucifixion, to be in an amount of pain.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah, it's actually like kind of like an homage or a hat tip to the resurrection. I thought that was pretty interesting. I stumbled on that.
that is interesting.
Yeah, I
That is.
stumbled on that when I was researching this. But the first recorded celebration of Easter is somewhere around the 2nd century. They found it with a monk, not a monk. Who was it? What was his
A
name?
monk, not a monk.
Not a
Who's
monk.
a
That's later on.
You didn't get it.
Didn't-
Yeah, you didn't get it.
Now,
I'll get
as a Christian, you'll know it. Everybody celebrated the resurrection of Christ, and then there was the breaking of bread, and you had Passover before, which will come up later too. But there was roots in it because it comes around spring, right? So there's a lot of spring goddesses for fertility and things because that's when everything comes to life. Reborn, all of that.
I'll get you.
Oh, we got a fly in the studio again?
Yep.
Yep.
I got the
come
last
on.
one. I got your brother. I'll get you too.
Yeah, you're like the Encino man.
Yeah.
Fly, don't bother me. Mean group.
Wow. I feel like you just called me an idiot.
No, just saying you didn't eat the fly, so you're not that.
Oh, okay.
Actually, you
I'm
caught
not
the
that much of an
Yeah,
idiot.
you caught the
Not
fly. I
that
can't even
much.
do that. I'm like big guy. Get the fucking fly. There's no
Yeah,
line.
right.
All right. So here's what we do have. Not actually a lot is known about the origins of Easter. There's 2 main theories that go on.
Mm-hmm.
First one starts with a guy named Bede. He was an English Christian churchman, and he had some writings about it. He started with a goddess named Istra or Ostra, depending on how you pronounce it. I don't know how you pronounce it actually, but that's what I was told it was pronounced like. And that started in 725 AD, his writings. So this is after Dissension, obviously, is way after Christ.
Mm-hmm.
That was their goddess for spring. Okay. He's the first one to write about it. And what's weird is nobody can really corroborate his story. Nobody.
Hmm.
Like there's nothing that like points to it. But if you go back to like Alexander the Great, there's not really much that points to him either.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then it gets very interesting after this because then Jacob Grimm, and Grimm is the Grimm from Grimm's folk tales from folklores and stuff.
Yeah.
Brothers Grimm.
Brothers Grimm.
That's the same guy. Here he was like a folklorist. He went all over the place searching for these different folk tales and stuff.
Really?
I didn't even know he was like he was like legit. Like
That's crazy.
he
I
went
didn't know
through and
that.
sourced
I thought it
stuff.
was just like a made up thing.
No, he was a real dude that actually like researched this stuff. So in
I feel like I have to
1835,
watch that.
1835, right? He published something, published a book, and in it, he said he went all over Germany, all over like Anglo-Saxon areas, and he was trying to figure out, hey, was what the churchman Bede wrote, was that really true? And nobody could corroborate that. But they said there's another goddess named Ostara that kind of fits the same description.
Right.
And there's a cool lure, cool folktale behind her that fits Easter perfectly. And where it gets weird is dates. Dates don't line up. These dates are freaking weird. But their goddess, right? She's fertility. She's new life. She's all those things, right? And based off of that, that's where they think Easter came from. The name and some of the beliefs, like with the Easter bunny and the eggs. Which did you look? You said you had something on the Easter bunny?
No, you're good. Go
Oh,
on.
I thought you had something on it. Oh,
No, I was.
I wanted to hear what
making
you
a
found.
joke because that's what everybody thinks is Easter is about. Really, I mean, I guess they don't really think it's about.
Nobody
that. They
thinks
just
it's an Easter bunny laying freaking eggs.
yeah.
Who
I get
thinks?
that. That's a fair point. But
I mean, the Easter bunny could identify however he wants.
Dude,
How do we know it's
you
not a
are
duck in an
hitting it
Easter
on the nose.
how do we know it's not a duck on the
in an Easter bunny
Easter bunny?
costume?
You're kind of hitting it on the nose, Frank. I hate to say it.
What do you mean?
So the bunny's not a bunny. No, it was not a bunny.
It's fluid.
It's a bird.
The bird.
The bunny is
No wonder-
actually a bird.
No wonder it lays eggs.
That's why it lays eggs. So Astera, there's 3 different theories on this. Astera, the goddess, right? She found a bird that had frozen wings, felt bad for it. She turned it into a bunny, but then the bunny couldn't lay eggs. So she felt bad because the bird wanted to lay eggs yet. So she gave it the ability to lay eggs once a year. That's the first one.
If only people would do that for men.
I don't want to have. I don't. Okay, there's two ways to go.
You're saying the ones that do.
Either
The trans.
either
you know
I
what
don't
We
want.
have them inserted. Not they don't lay them.
I don't want to lay eggs, and I don't want.
What do you mean?
I
They
don't
have
want to
to
have
balloon
babies.
themselves
Either
half the
way,
time.
women can keep that one. I'm sorry, but
Oh yeah,
they
yeah,
can keep that
fuck
one.
that.
I'm good on that.
No, fuck
Yeah,
that.
I'm good on it.
Yeah.
The other one is it was the same bird.
Oh, fuck, Frank. I thought you were calm.
Oh yeah.
The other one is it was a bird again, and it was the messenger for Ostera or Eastre, and the messenger couldn't handle all the different climates. And where are hares? They're speaking of which, hares and bunnies are different things.
Or wild.
Yeah. I don't really know. I just seen somebody say that, and I was like, okay, moving on.
Might be a fact. Let us know in the comments.
It definitely is though.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
Bugs Bunny was really a hare.
Yeah.
What?
Wait, hold on.
He might have been actually.
I mean, he was wild and gray, and I don't know.
Yeah.
But anyway, so the messenger, so she gave it the fur and the tail and the ability to hop and jump so it could survive all the climates because hares are everywhere.
Mhm.
The only place they're not is Antarctica.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. They're everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So she gave the hare that, but the hare felt bad because it couldn't lay its pretty eggs anymore. So she gave it back its powers to lay eggs as a bunny.
That's a power.
I thought maybe the bird got in a cocoon and came out as a bunny.
What superpower do you
No.
want, Frank? To lay eggs.
Lay eggs.
Yep.
As long as they're if they're golden, maybe.
Golden eggs. I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm in.
You're not a hen from the Jack and the Beanstalk? Is that what that was? It was Jack and
Golden
the Beanstalk.
goose, wasn't it?
Listen.
Was it a golden goose?
Or was that a different story?
It might have.
I think it's I don't know.
It was a golden goose, right?
was a
Yeah, it's a
golden
golden
goose,
goose. Yeah, it's a goose.
Jack and the Beanstalk.
Speaking of laying
Yeah,
eggs, did you ever? Okay, that's way.
I would
off.
totally, I would
That's
totally,
way off subject.
I would
Come on,
totally
what?
crown.
Say it now. We're already off. Might as well just finish
I would
it.
totally crown for a golden egg.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah!
I'd pass that shit.
Oh my god, yeah. Gold egg?
Golden egg. Yeah, absolutely. What are you crazy?
Jeez. Anyways.
Twice a day.
Rich
3
bitch.
times. 5 times a day. It don't matter.
Walking around like a pink tube stock.
For you, it would be
No,
like,
no,
for you,
we have
for you, it'd be like, you know, every
Like a machine
night.
gun.
So Frank can walk around and just go.
I'm good. I'm good.
It might not even touch the sides for him.
Oh man.
That's
Roles
kinda like
are
that one time I
reversed
sat in the fire
here.
hydrant.
Not me.
You know they sell toys that are fire? No, but we're not getting there.
All right.
Get the fire. What?
There's a toy that's a fire hydrant.
Oh, okay.
No.
I have a friend that's into that stuff. I've seen too much. I
You have
I
a friend
can't.
that's into fire hydrants?
And that stuff.
I like that they
That's
smell
what I
like
mean.
metal.
Like they're in
Both.
the,
He's into both. Yeah, and much, much, much more. Let's just say I didn't realize that stuff existed. We're talking chicken claws and octopus suction.
the fuck does he do with it?
Like real animals?
No.
Oh. I was gonna say, what is he from Danville?
Had to have been from Florida. That's the only place I can
I've
think
seen
of.
some things
Sorry-
I wish I
sorry,
could burn
Florida-
out of my eyes.
Floridians. Sorry, Floridians, but y'all are weird.
Can't wait to move there.
Yeah, me too.
I would love to. We'll be down there as soon as we're rich and famous. We're coming down to join us.
All right, so let's get back to this because there's a third one too. And I think this is the most plausible out of the goddesses'
Mhm.
theories, was that this bird got so proud because it could lay these beautiful colored eggs. And Ostara or Ostray didn't like that, so she made her into a bunny. But then the bunny was sad and it had remorse and it understood what it did, so she gave it back its powers once a year. Which kind of makes sense.
So I guess
I like that
I guess my question is the bunny shit the egg and that's why everything's chocolate for Easter?
No, it's supposed to be a real egg. Supposed to be fertility. Fertility.
We paint real eggs.
Yeah, that's true. We do.
I also make a jelly bean tree.
We paint things.
What? What's a
Yeah.
jelly bean tree?
Yeah,
So
what is that?
you know, like those, like the trees that have like the thorns all over the branches. I don't know what they're
Rose
called.
bushes?
No, it's like it's an actual tree, and like there's like long like
Damn.
thorns on them, like that long. They're all over the place. You can find them.
Oh, okay.
But we'll go out and we'll cut some branches off of them, like almost like you're pruning some branches off. You take some, you put them in a vase, and you put jelly beans all over it. My pap used to do it as a tradition that we used
Can
to
you
do. So
eat it?
That's cool.
yeah, well, when we let the kids like on Easter morning, they just go and pick them off and eat them. So it's a nice like
Have
tradition.
fun
we
with
always
your
did.
fungus, kids.
That'll be all right.
Okay.
That'll be all right.
If they chew
They're
on it,
kids.
then it'll pass.
Yeah. No, normally we let them like if they're old enough, because we don't want if
Yeah.
they're too young, we don't want them
Choke.
fricking
no, it's
themselves.
awesome. I get it.
So we let them, put them on there, make the jelly bean tree, and then if they want to eat them off of it, we can. If
Cool.
not, we just throw it away. So,
yeah, well, yeah. All right, so here's where it's also a little weird because it's believed that PA Dutch and Germans, when they were coming in, they kind of brought all these traditions with them. This is very Germanic, by the way,
yeah.
and Anglo-Saxon. I didn't realize how much it really was, but that's where this holiday has a lot of roots in, according to this side of the theories of Easter.
Hmm.
Very. And then,
I only knew like the Christian or the Catholic version of Easter. I didn't even know all the others.
that was Constantine that got that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Constantine.
I've seen that movie.
That movie. It's not the no.
Oh, not
Wait
the
a
movie?
minute.
Not
Not the movie.
Keanu Reeves has
Constantine?
nothing to do with
Okay,
this.
I'm sorry. All right.
But they brought that to the US in the 1700s. And that's kind of where they think it kind of got into the US. But here's what's really crazy. It didn't take off in the US until after the Civil War in 1860.
Don't make me.
I have no
Don't make me
idea. I don't
think
even
about this.
Anyways,
I'm not a history
We know.
buff at all.
18 something, guys.
That wasn't.
Oh man, I
How'd you
should
even have
have.
to bring the year
Anyways, so moving on from our lack of history knowledge.
I
Holy
hated
crap,
history.
that's bad.
I got 100.
That's so bad.
I don't even remember.
It's
aced
all
it, though.
memorization. That's the problem.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
This is memorization.
However,
You're gonna forget it.
I am kicking myself in the ass right now for not knowing more about history because it's fucking repeating itself from what I heard.
Hey, Did you
So I
see
wish
like
I
the
knew
100-year
everything that was going
cycle
on.
and then the 300-year cycle, the 250-year cycle?
1861.
You said 60 something, so you were close.
Let's go.
You were close.
That was
You did say 1860.
tested in the wind
Yep.
on that one.
Lucky ass guess. Lucky guess.
Woo! All right. Anyways,
Roundabout.
Educated guess. That's
yeah.
what we're gonna say.
Yeah. Oh no, I totally knew.
Yeah.
Education.
Come on.
I read a book one time.
I read a book.
All right.
You
So,
read the
no,
cover
no, I
of a
didn't.
book.
No, it has
read
to
the
have
cover.
pictures.
all right. So here's the other theory, and this is the one a lot of Christians actually latch onto. And I actually discovered this theory. All right, this is gonna get a little weird and off onto the spooky ooky kooky side. But I had like some visions when I was younger and dreams of like suns and stuff like that. And here we went to a Christian retreat or something like that, and there was a book there that literally had my dreams picture on it.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
I mean, it was crazy. So we picked up the book, we bought it, we took it home, and I was young at the time. So my stepdad and my mom read it, and here it outlined what I'm about to read to you. And this is what a lot of Christians that are more into apologetics, I'd like to say, kind of dig into. This is kind of where they go to.
Okay.
It starts with Ishtar. Ishtar kind of was the origin of Easter according to this, because Ishtar, or Astoreth, is the queen of a king in Babylon. Now, Tower of Babel was built at this time. They think that this king, Nimrod, actual name, Nimrod, which meant great hunter, by the way.
Doesn't mean that now.
No, it doesn't mean it anymore. But that's because of Bugs Bunny. Not to put too fine a point on it.
Oh.
That's why
I think you're
they
a
started
Nimrod.
calling Elmo, one of the hunters Nimrod in Bugs Bunny. And because he was a big doofy dum-dum, that's why. But he was actually meant to be a great hunter. Isn't that wild?
That is
That's how
crazy.
that word
So
twisted.
Dan, if you're watching this,
You're a Nimrod.
You're a Nimrod, buddy.
I'm not saying that.
You're a
No.
Nimrod.
That's on you, buddy.
Don't fire me.
All right. So it gets so gross. Just be prepared. This is going to be gross.
Oh, I'm prepared. For gross. Frank is too.
It gets nasty.
Gross. I live in it.
Not this gross. Not this gross. You don't. So Ishtar, she pronounced herself the queen of the heavens, queen of the gods, kind of, because her husband, Nimrod, he died. He had other names, by the way. I forget what the heck they are.
Goofus?
Actually, Gilgamesh.
Gilgamesh.
Yeah, that was also Nimrod.
That's that's
might sound
I
familiar.
know Gilgamesh.
So,
actually.
anyways,
I know that name.
what happened was he died, and then she pretended that her son was kind of like Jesus. She said, "Oh, this is a miraculous birth. I give birth to gods, and not only do I give birth to gods, this is Nimrod reincarnated, and we're getting married." And they did. Yeah.
That's kind of fucked up.
Hold
Yeah.
on, that was her son.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
It gets worse. It
They
gets
have
so
kids?
much worse.
They're-
Yes.
Oh,
So,
no. I'm not
I
ready
believe
for
they
gross.
did. I believe they did. I don't know.
I don't
actually.
live in it.
I forget. I actually forget.
What the
I
hell?
didn't write that down.
Bleh,
I don't know.
bleh,
I actually don't know.
bleh,
Okay, but anyways,
bleh.
so here's what's really weird. Okay, he is born.
Oh, now you're gonna tell us what's weird.
Well, this is
That-
not
okay.
gross weird, but this
Okay,
is
yeah.
weird. So he was born on the right after the full moon in spring, which plays an important role in the date of Easter. If you didn't know that, that's how they figure out the date
Right.
for Easter is the first. Well, actually, there's 2 dates in Easter. All right, I'm getting way off track. Fucking
Just finish
fuck.
your thought. It's okay.
There's 2 dates for Easter, and the reason is one believes in the old Jewish calendar, which is different than ours, the Gregorian one that we follow.
Mhm.
So that's why there's 2 different ones. One's following Passover, which as Christians you should actually do. Easter's not necessary. Passover is. Passover, I've done it a few times. Gross, but it's necessary. And
How gross.
You gotta not that gross, but it's you gotta eat some food, and it's very symbolic of the food that you eat, what they went through as slaves coming out, and anyways. So, anyways, you should, as a Christian, do Passover. There's 3 feasts you're supposed to keep as a Christian. Passover is one of them. Okay, so he was born basically kind of when Easter's supposed to be. So that's kind of where they think, okay, maybe this is where, his mom's name, Eshtoreth, kind of Eastery sounding, might have come into play and stuff like that. And this is at the Tower of Babel. So everybody scatters, okay? All these different people scatter. Now, they all have these gods, but they can't speak languages the same. So they make versions of the gods. And some of them can actually be traced back. Aphrodite can be traced back to Ishtar. Some of the other ones that they make claims on,
makes sense.
I couldn't find actual connections.
That's weird. Aphrodite was fucking her brother. I say that.
Yeah, well, they even make connections that I couldn't actually correlate where they got the connections from.
Yeah, because they're family.
That's fucked up, man. That is not what I meant. Holy God.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
No.
He's not
Right.
wrong.
Oh, God. All right. So here's where it also gets even weirder. Guess what?
Now we're getting into the weird stuff, people.
I'm sorry. It's all weird, I guess. All right. It's all weird. Anyways, her son's name, Tammuz. Okay? Tammuz. Guess what his birthday is?
When?
December 25th. Christ, Tammuz. Tammuz. Oh.
Wow.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah. He was a god. He was born miraculously. Conceived by gods.
Coincidence? I think not.
Nah. Now I believe that's kind of Constantine in 300, and I have that one written. I have that one written down. 325 AD.
Look at that.
I have that one.
You didn't have it written down. You just knew it.
Yeah, of course, man.
Uh-huh.
But no, that's when he kind of was like, hey, die or become Christian. I'm going to melt these things together. We're going to be great. I'm a Roman emperor. We're going to,
Yeah.
They started bringing those things together. So
Right.
they kind of pieced it together this way. The different sources I got, they pieced it together that he was kind of bringing these things together to try and become more powerful, to rule more people, to stop the religious fighting. Makes sense. He did a lot for Christianity. A lot. I don't think people realize how much he did. But yeah, so that's the other side of it. That's where the other theory comes in. And if you believe this theory, okay, you can actually plug the Germanic goddesses into it, and both theories fit. Because the Anglo-Saxon people, they split off. They couldn't understand each other. They started then they went that way. Because this is way back in, when did I say this was?
7, 8.
During the Tower of Babel. So this was way before Jesus was even born. This was before he was born. So those goddesses could have easily broke off and followed and then eventually come along to be that.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it makes sense. So that is basically the origins of Easter. It is pagan. A lot of the rituals are pagan, but just like with Christmas, I mean, we're not celebrating the pagan side of it.
Right.
Yeah.
We took it over for Christianity if you're a Christian. I mean, the pagans can still worship their pagan ways. There's nothing, they actually do. They still do. You know what I mean? So
Free to do what you want.
you're free to do what you want. Don't skip on Passover. As a Christian, please don't skip on Passover. It is very important. Jesus, that was kind of like his last thing. It was kind of like Passover before he died with his feast. So that's where we get communion from too. But it's important. You need to stop and really realize what Jesus did for those slaves coming out of Egypt, and really feel the symbolization of the breads and the bitter herbs and the wine.
Right.
The only good part, in my opinion. No, but yeah.
Wine back then tastes like shit, though.
Oh, I couldn't imagine. Well, maybe not the ones Jesus cooked
Oh
up.
yeah,
cooked
of
up.
course.
Cooked up.
Okay.
I'm good. I was trying to say concocted and cooked, and it came out very wrong.
We're doing some of that sweet mash. Doing some of that sweet mash
Yeah.
over there.
Yeah. Frank likes to cock up some drinks every night.
All right. So you want to hear where my where I got off track on this studying?
Yeah, let's hear
You
it.
didn't get off track with the mother
Get
son fucking thing?
No, not at all. Not at all. That's unfortunately documented. Anyways, I got off track because I was looking up some fun facts. I found out Easter Island, which, with the Moai heads, the big Moai heads, the ones on the island. Yeah. It was named that because a Dutch explorer, I keep forgetting about my mic. A Dutch explorer found it in 1722. Okay, so this is when Americans were starting to go back and forth.
Yep.
So Easter's pretty popular over there, obviously.
Right.
Because a lot of people make claims. Okay, so he named it Easter Island because he landed on Easter. That's why he named it that.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry. I buried the lead there. Or you know what I mean. Anyways, so a lot of people are saying, oh, Easter wasn't big. Easter wasn't big, No, it wasn't in America, but obviously it was everywhere else or in other places. And he was a Dutch explorer. So there you go. Jacob Roggeveen. Roggeveen. Also, pretty cool dude. You
made Rogan?
I just went down a hole. I'm sorry.
I could use it.
I just went down a hole.
You
Keep going.
You lose it if you don't use it.
But that's 1000% true.
It is?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. That's not good.
Squirrel. So this dude, this explorer, oh man, this is going to be a long one. But this explorer, he went and he also discovered Bora Bora, Samoa. And here's, okay. Here's
the weird thing.
So shut up. It is though. It is.
Okay. All right.
So he was looking for a continent that was rumored to exist called Terra Australis. Okay?
Australia?
Not Australia. Terra Australis.
Okay.
Okay.
Connected to
And
the bicep.
there was all these. Yeah, that's what it sounds like. Yeah, it's funny. So these things were this continent was rumored to exist between 500 or 1500 and 1800. So people thought this really existed. They were telling all these tales about it, and so he got to go on a freaking voyage to explore for it.
Awesome.
And that's how he stumbled onto those islands. When he was going there, he never found Terra Australis. Okay. But how many continents are there?
7.
Ah,
That was quick.
my man. Yeah, you're
That's
wrong in a lot of countries.
What the fuck? Fuck those countries. I
So
apologize for cursing. I am sorry. I didn't mean to.
I am under the assumption there is 8. They recently discovered another continent.
Is it outside the ice wall?
No,
You
Is
sure?
it still on flat Earth?
it is. It is. It actually is. No, that flat Earth's gonna have to update their models. You get your super glue in just a minute.
Okay, so
Sorry, flat earthers.
so weird. That was great. So they found a new continent.
Yeah.
I thought everything was already discovered.
Yeah. Only there's so much not discovered. We are fools. So, anyways, only in actually it was a while ago now, but in 2017 it was established. Zealandia.
Zealandia.
Yes.
Next to Zoolander.
Never seen
Where was
that.
he from? He was from Saudi Arabia, wasn't he, or something
Who,
like that?
Zoolander?
Yeah.
No,
No,
I'm talking about
not
the movie.
Zoolander. wait, hold on. We're switching different people now.
You don't
I'm
mess
all
with
over the place
the,
now.
you don't mess with the Zohan.
Oh, great movie.
There you go.
It's very underrated.
Right? Yeah, I
This
think
is the
so,
biggest.
too.
This is the best. Biggest
It
bush.
It is the feet. Yes, it is the feet.
Yeah. I will only be stiff for you.
The fizzy bubble. If you see this, now take it. Take it.
That was an underrated movie. It really was.
You know, buckle up.
Anywho, we were
All right,
talking about
so-
flat Earth again.
Here is, dude. Okay, I'm not gonna say it. It's awesome here. This is where it gets awesome because
Thought you weren't going to say it.
I didn't. I said I didn't say
You
weird.
said, I'm not going to say it. It's awesome here. So you said it.
I didn't say weird.
Oh.
He said
All
it's not weird here. He said it's
Oh.
awesome.
Oh, I got you. I got you.
All right, let's test Frank.
What? Don't test me. I'm not
Don't
good with
test
that.
me, boy.
I'm not good with anything.
No. So different depending on where you live, they're still taught different amounts of continents. In a lot of European countries, there's only 5 or 6.
Really?
And they're still taught that to this day.
You know them all?
Oh, I do not.
I sure do. Right off the top of my head, too.
Europe,
Man.
Asia, North America, South America, Africa, Antarctica, and what's the other one? Hold on, I'm missing it. I'm missing it.
Zoolander.
You went through those
It's
really
like-
quick.
It's like, ah, man.
I don't freaking. I hated geography.
North
I hated
America, South
history.
America,
I
Africa,
was good at math.
Asia, Europe, Australia.
Ah, you got it. Yes.
Yeah.
Perfect, dude.
Next to
You
Terrace.
missed one. New Zealandia.
Zealandia doesn't count.
It does
It's like-
now.
okay.
Where is
Then
Zealand?
Pluto's still a planet.
I might as well be at this point.
Why would they name it this? And where? What? I don't know.
So it's underneath New Zealand, is what it is.
Okay, so that makes
And
sense.
New Zealand was originally way up, and the water actually it got buried. And that's why New Zealand's so
The
small.
water got buried.
No, the land.
The
I'm
land
sorry,
did.
the continent.
okay.
The continent
The
did.
continent got
Did you-
submerged in
Did
water.
you know how they discovered
Atlantis.
continents? No, Atlantis is in a desert. We found it.
The hell?
Yeah, we found it.
We did?
Yeah, I
Were they
forget.
advanced?
It was pretty cool. It actually has like rings of where the houses were and how the water flowed through the town. They found it just a couple years ago.
Oh, I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, it was in a desert. It got blown out. It got this. The wind blew it out, and you could see it.
Oh.
Yeah, they found Atlantis.
Oh.
It's unofficial, but everybody says it. So, anyways, where was I? I don't even know.
You were
Atlanta.
talking about the new continents.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Something about that. I don't know.
Found a
You're on
continent.
to what? 5,
Is it
6
still underwater?
continents? No, it's not still underwater. That's where I was going with that. Yes, it's still underwater. What the fuck? What am I on drugs? Oh my god!
What the
I've had
fuck?
too much
It's a
caffeine.
Monday. It's a
Oh
Monday.
my god!
Is it still underwater? No,
No.
it's not underwater.
Oh, yeah, it is underwater.
It's still
I'm
underwater.
not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it.
I'm not gonna say it. Here's the weird
It's
thing.
underwater.
Here's the weird thing.
Oh god!
Here's the weird thing. I'm not gonna say it. It's underwater.
Here's the weird thing. It's not underwater. It's underwater.
It's not underwater. It's just wet.
It's just really wet. It's just really wet.
It's really wet.
It's locked. It's water
really
locked.
wet.
Oh,
That was good. Okay, sorry. You may continue.
oh my god! So, do you know how they found like the continents? Like they were like
Christopher Columbus.
no.
Oh,
They found the fault lines when they were looking for places to hide submarines. They
Really?
found the lines of the plates.
Oh,
And then they were like, oh, now we can trace the lines and see where the plates are. And that's how they found it. And then they
So there's an
released it
eighth-
later on so everybody could put the dots together. But yeah,
so the continents are where the plates are.
yes.
Oh,
so that's why
Continental
Zealandia
plates.
is the 8th continent now because it's actually got a broken off section that's huge, pretty
Who,
big.
who named it?
It's New Zealand. Speaking of New Zealand and egg laying, Kiwis, freaky birds, freaky birds. I don't know how we got
What
there.
are we
I don't know
talking
how we
about,
got there.
bro?
I don't know how we got there.
I s-
I don't know
I
how we
said,
got
who
there.
named it? He said, speaking of New Zealand, like,
kiwi birds. Kiwi birds.
I'm all over the place. It's too much caffeine, man. Oh my God.
Speaking of New Zealand, kiwi freaky birds.
Somebody
They
give me a
married-
downer.
Oh,
Fuck.
gosh. Did they marry their sons?
No.
Okay.
But they just about die giving birth to them.
Holy shit.
They give birth. Okay, so first of all, kiwis are huge. I didn't realize how big they are. They're what is
They're
this,
like this
2-3
big.
feet?
I've had a
What,
kiwi
what are you
before.
talking about? The green thing that you eat?
Oh no,
fruit?
the bird.
Oh,
What's
the
a
bird.
kiwi bird?
Oh, they're these really cool. They're like 2-3 feet long, tall. They walk like ostriches. They're in the same family as ostriches and emus, but they're just these little birds that run around New Zealand. Just cool little birds, and they're brown, feathered. They got tiny little wings. They can't fly.
They're like
They're
dodo birds.
adorable. Like, have you ever hear of like a New Zealander be called a kiwi?
No.
Oh, that's like a nickname. They're kiwis.
Really?
Yeah.
Never been to New
No.
Zealand.
Anyways,
Or Zoolander.
Or Zealand.
dude.
Zealandia.
Okay.
Zealandia.
you know how tall ostriches and emus are, right?
Yeah, they're pretty
Yeah.
tall.
The freaking kiwi lays the same size egg.
Mhm.
It's 2 or 3 feet big.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Talk about golden crown.
Dude,
Which is still crown for the
You wouldn't.
It was gold. It was gold.
it literally, the egg gets into their whole entire like body cavern,
Yes.
pushes all their guts out. They can't eat because they physically can't fit it in their stomach.
So what do they do?
They basically almost die giving birth. They like starve. Some of them, dude, they die because of that egg being
Ow.
so big in them. Yeah, and then they push that thing all the way out.
And here women are complaining.
Oh my God, I'm not going there. I've seen that shit. Nope.
I'm good.
I'm just kidding.
You can have
Been
that
there.
one. On your own,
Been
buddy.
there.
Don't leave me here by myself. That shit was a joke.
I've seen childbirth. I've seen
Yes, it was
childbirth.
a joke. It was a joke.
I've seen childbirth. Nope.
I've seen
Oh.
two,
Uh,
three
mm-mm.
C-sections. 3 of them I seen.
I'm up to
Oh.
4
I got to watch them.
and 1 regular birth.
The whole thing.
Did you
Doctor
get
let
to
me
see
watch
them
them.
pull the guts out and then
Dude,
put them
the-
back in?
Yeah.
Like, what is that? They pull the whole guts out
It was
and then they
weird.
put them back in.
Yeah.
Like,
I
are you
watched
mixing
them-
something
they
up
pulled-
or is it getting
They
twisted?
pulled
How
out
do you
this
know?
huge freaking weird pink freaking mass and set it right up on top of her. I was like, the fuck is that thing?
I've never seen
was
this
sitting there.
cesarean.
He looked up at me and he's like, I was like, am I allowed to watch this? He's like, you just don't pass out. I was like, no, I'm good. This is great. And I was like watching, and he pulls out this giant freaking
Was it the
huge.
placenta?
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Or the afterbirth is the same thing. It was the afterbirth.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
He pulled it out.
Yeah.
It was huge. I was like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
no.
That's crazy. And then they got rid of it.
I was the guy
like,
that was taking pictures.
I didn't know what it was though at first. So I was
I
like,
took some pictures.
I
and
took
then
pictures.
I was like, I'm not
are
doing
you-
that again.
isn't that supposed to go back inside of her? Like that's what I was thinking, but I didn't know what it was.
No, I took it out.
Yeah, they took it out through. Like I didn't know what it was.
Yeah, they
I
throw it in a, they throw
I
it in a
thought it
pan.
was like her fucking lung or something.
They
I
throw it
didn't
in
know.
a pan, and then I took pictures of it in the pan. I'm like, oh, it's a placenta.
I didn't
Thank
take
you for that.
pictures of that. I did not take pictures.
God, that's not. I
It's
can't.
weird. Like now
I'm
they,
not a
like, they, like,
doctor,
take
bro.
They
I'm
took
not
my
doing
phone
that.
now. They took my phone when they went in there. Or no, they didn't. They asked if I wanted to get pictures, and they would take pictures for me.
Yeah.
No, I saw Rachel's natural child.
Yeah.
I didn't see so natural. I didn't get to see my first.
All
one.
3 of my kids were C-sections. All 3 of them.
I seen 1 natural, and that was enough for life. I watched them literally cut the JJ.
Oh no!
They had to cut it. And you just heard.
Ah!
And it was like, oh my God. You cut her. Ah!
Oh
Oh,
no!
imagine how she felt.
I don't know. I don't know.
No!
Yeah, no, it was nasty. It popped and everything. It was so.
There's that much. There's that much.
I was
tension
just
on it.
joking before when I was talking about.
That was the
I'm
worst.
sorry. I did not mean that. I'm glad it's you guys and not us.
But-
We couldn't handle
Hey,
that.
man. They gave her the daddy stitch.
Oh god.
I wasn't complaining after that.
Yeah.
Anyways, where were we? Easter.
Went from eggs to birth.
Oh man, how did we do that,
With Zealandia.
Talking about
Zealandia.
kiwi
Oh,
birds.
Zealandia.
dude? So I stumbled on so much crap. So the 5 rings in the Olympic flag is for the 5 continents because that's what they thought there was, 5 continents.
They better add more rings.
2 more.
Yeah, you hear that?
Or 3 more. I'm
more
bad
rings.
at math.
3 more, yeah. Well, some of the countries still believe it's only 5 over there, so we might be waiting a while.
They probably think the Earth is flat.
Better add some dashed rings. Just make them dashed. Don't make them whole.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, but so back to Easter Island because there's something there.
Oh yeah,
think
that's what we were talking
all
about.
gonna actually be interested in
Mhm.
to bring it back to Easter. Not really. So there's a lot of garbage on TikTok and on the internet, obviously, about Easter Island and people can't go there and they're hiding something and dude, you can Google it right now. You can go fly there. Like, I mean, you gotta fly to another place and then get, you know what I mean? You can get to it. You can get to it.
Right.
It's really strict though. Your max is 4 days. You have to have an actual return flight proof before you even get to step foot on the island. You have to now hire a guide. You can't just go over there.
Okay.
But other people are saying, like, I don't know if you ever seen like documentaries on Easter Island or anything like that.
No.
They were saying the people that live there, the reason they left behind the statues and nobody was there because they basically used up all their resources. And this is 2,000 miles
Mhm.
off of Chile. Yep. So this is 2,000 miles off of Chile in the middle of nowhere in the ocean. Okay.
Mhm.
So they used their trees to make firewood. They couldn't get off. They all just basically died there. They ran out of resources.
Mhm.
Right. So that's where everybody thinks what happened to them. And then they left behind the statues. And the cool thing about the statues is, so in their beliefs, the statues, if you look at certain ones, it can give you different powers, different abilities, and all sorts of stuff like that. It's really cool.
I want some powers.
Right? Right?
When are we going?
I know, man. I want to go, actually. It's pretty. But the thing is, it's a small island. 30 minutes, you can drive around the whole island. So it's a pretty small island.
It's a small.
Yeah, and they're 2,000 miles offshore. You're kind of screwed.
Yeah.
So they probably obviously died off.
Yeah, unless you're
I
going
can
to swim
swim that.
2,000 mials.
But so those Moai.
In calm water, maybe.
Easy peasy. I could tread water for days.
You don't need to.
You don't need to. So those Moa statues, dude, it's just the heads. I don't know if you've seen, it's not just the heads. They dug down. Some of these things are like 70 feet tall.
Wow.
They're full bodies. They're full freaking bodies.
Wow.
Yeah. Not all of them, but a lot of them.
Yeah.
And they're made of volcanic ash rock.
But they get
Volcanic
it there.
rock and volcanic ash rock. How'd they get it there? Mystery.
They might have been
Mystery.
buried. They might have dug it up. No.
No, like how did the people, I forget their name. I am so sorry. Tawabui? Oh man, I'm murdering that. Anyways.
Ain't no worse than
Anyways.
1860. But you were right, but
I don't think I'm right on that. It's close to that, but it's not that. But anyway, so these people, they don't know how they did it now. They don't know how they moved the statues. They don't know because they're too big for what they thought traditionally how they could have moved them. Then there's people that are on TikTok saying, I can't go there. I've been trying to go there for 10 years. You can go right there right now. You know what I mean? Well, not right now. It'll take some time and planning, but you can get there. So they're not cutting you off from it. And other people are saying, it's this crazy conspiracy. They're hiding something there. And I actually stumbled on something that might be true there. But it is slowly getting released. You can actually buy it in the US. It is something called, it's a bacteria only found on Easter Island. Okay? That's wild in itself, first of all. Absolutely wild in itself. Okay? You might have, before I get into the bacteria, one other side note. If you've seen the fires destroyed the Moai style statues, not true. It didn't. And if you've seen other TikTokers and bloggers and websites saying how'd they get the gas there? This is a conspiracy. It's dude, there's towns there. You know what I mean? Like there's people living, there's cars on the island, people.
Right.
Like it's
Yeah.
it's not hard to figure out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's just a bunch of stuff to make you don't believe that. That's all bull crap. Anyways, back to this bacteria. You're gonna like this. Well, you will too. I'm sorry.
Okay.
But anyways, this bacteria
Do you have to take it? Do you have to take a poop pill for this bacteria? Do you have to take a poop pill for the bacteria? Just tell me the truth right now. You do, don't
No.
you?
Oh my God. That would have been awesome. That would have been so awesome.
No, but the bacteria comes from shit.
I don't know. It's only found there and I couldn't figure out how. It's in a drug called rapamycin. You may have heard of it. You may not have. It's not super mainstream yet, but it's used in organ transfers. That's not
Transplants?
the word. Thank
Transplants?
you.
I
Organ
was
transplants.
gonna say it. I just didn't know that's what he was trying to say.
Yeah.
What do they do with organ transfer?
So to help your body not reject the organ, they give you this bacteria, and it helps you actually accept the organ.
Oh,
And it's been proven to shrink tumors,
oh,
kill cancer.
nice.
Not only that,
We're getting rid of it.
Yeah, to get rid of it.
not only that.
The island's gonna get burned.
Well,
by
they won't
fluid.
use it for they won't use it for cancer. They have used it for the organs, and I think they've used it. I couldn't really find, but I didn't really look too hard into the tumor shrinkage. I think they did use it for that a few times.
So you have to like constantly have bacteria treatments.
Yeah, it's I don't know if it's a pill or what it is. I think it's a pill. You have to
It's a
take.
shit pill.
I wonder how much that pill is. I wonder how much that
No,
pill
it
is.
It's gonna be
That
a
pill-
lot.
That pill.
It's gonna be a lot. Here's where it gets even better. Even better. And this is where some of these conspiracy theorists might have a bit of a point because it is super strict to go to that island now.
Yeah.
They might have a bit of a point here because it is what is known as an mTOR inhibitor, which I'm not a science guy. Please bear with me. That slows down your body's aging process,
Oh,
fights off aging diseases.
oh,
They got the fountain of youth on that island.
yeah.
Now they actually tested it. It's been laboratory tested. I found a study.
Really?
It actually has been tested for real. Like this isn't some basement junkie.
Wow.
They found, okay, so first I got all excited. Just bear with me. Don't get too excited at this. I'm going to say this, but it was found to triple the life of certain rats. And here's why. They had something called Lay's syndrome, which is kind of like if a human gets it, you have like 1 to 3 years and you're dead.
Yeah.
Wow.
But you might get 3 to 9 with this medicine.
Wow.
That's pretty good.
What?
Yeah. No, that's
Yeah.
cool. That's pretty good.
Right?
Triple.
So then I went and I found some other studies that I mean, they were, some of them were in PubMed, but they were okay. I didn't like them. But they suggested anywhere from 3 to 16% elongation of your life if you take this.
Wow.
That's fucking huge.
That
It's
is huge.
That is so impressive.
I'll never let it go out.
So
Oh.
I'm already living to be 100.
that might be what's behind the conspiracy theory of Easter Island.
Yeah, I mean, like if you say you live to 80, that's you're gonna add 10 years to your life,
Mhm.
right?
So who has the bacteria? The people there?
I don't know.
Probably behind the government facility.
Yeah, of course.
Something.
That's where it
Right.
is for sure.
They're underground, hanging out down by the feet of those. Never mind.
All the damn kiwi birds.
Hanging out with the kiwi birds. Oh, fuck.
Yeah. So that was kind of my my
Wow.
little wormhole dive into Easter.
We
Oh.
went
I went way out.
way off, but you know what? That's some interesting stuff.
They better
Yeah.
paint that island blue.
And yellow.
It's blue.
Why?
Because then they can't hit it with the laser.
Oh, smart. Smart. Now you're leaking all the info.
Oh, man.
You're leaking it all right now.
Yeah. Well, hey,
Remember Maui?
somebody's got it.
Remember Maui. We are your
Just the blue houses are.
We are your
just the blue
greatest
houses that are-
source
Oh, is that
of
okay?
leaked information.
I thought you were going with a party there. I get you.
No
Did you
party.
see the video where he's like, oh, these blue houses, they're a problem.
Painted the wrong color. They
They're a
painted the wrong
problem.
color.
They're a problem. Like Biden said that.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
when he was getting off, it was
All
private
those houses
conversation
there
with
just
somebody.
painted the wrong color.
I'm like, dude, what?
Yeah. Like,
Get a
the most
grip.
obvious is the least obvious.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. So, a lot of the Moa statues did get ruined though from the fire. They did have a wildfire there. They did.
Yeah.
And it did ruin some of them because it is volcanic rock and ash. And you would think, I would think, that would stand up to it because it's, lava, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
No, it actually does ruin it.
Oh.
So they did have a bunch of them ruined. They did have a bunch of them that they saved, but they had one that was still in the mountain that they didn't get to finish carving.
Yeah.
And it's like the tallest one there. It's like 70 some feet. Freaking huge, 70 some feet.
How's that possible?
Back
I don't
in,
know.
what did they say? Like 800 AD that these
What?
people were there?
Like, how did I
How's
hang
that
off
even
of it though? Like,
possible?
how did I don't even know.
Right?
I don't even know.
Friggin' awesome. I
I
love
don't
it.
even know.
A lot not known there.
Been great to be alive at that time just to see it, but not
Not
really,
really.
because
Starved to death. on
Starved
the
to death.
island.
have teeth problems.
Well, maybe.
Maybe not though. Maybe they
Maybe
have a
not.
special bacteria for that.
I mean, carbohydrates are kind of what's killing our teeth. It really is. Like, did you ever go on a? Did you do a keto diet before, right?
No, never
No.
keto.
Dude, you
You
get no
ketoed?
plaque.
Really?
There's no plaque on your teeth. You get no plaque. You don't.
I'll have to try this.
I believe
keto
it's a lot
out.
of the shit they put in the food.
Yeah,
I need
of
to.
course it is.
I need to get rid of this spare tire.
Yeah, me too.
Go to gym. Go to the gym.
I will.
I am.
Started today.
I started like
Again?
I started on our break.
I thought you just went.
I took some time off last week.
Oh,
I've had some.
Yeah, I started during our break. I think that was part of my mental problem there.
Yeah.
I needed to get back in the gym. That was really messing me up.
Yep. Same here. Same here.
I
That's why I'm back in it.
cannot be without the gym.
I need to get back.
It'll make you feel so good. You know.
I
You
do.
know, you just need to
I've
get
been-
that pump. You just get the pump on.
Yeah.
Get the pump on.
Oh. Sorry.
I'm gonna-
So yeah.
Oh, did I? Oh, I didn't tie those two together. Okay.
No, you didn't.
So Zealandia.
Yep.
That is the continent that Jacob explorer was looking for.
Oh shit.
It was above ground.
Back then.
So nobody's put this together, I think,
Hold
but
on a
me.
second.
So might not be true, folks. But I took the maps and I looked at the two maps of where Zealandia is and where this Terra Australis is.
Same place.
It's like the
spot.
same spot. It's right down in there. I think he was looking for Terra Australis, and it was up at one point, and that's why there was rumors.
So
I could be
he
very, very wrong.
So he never found it because it was underwater, or he just didn't get there.
No, he went way off. He didn't go the right way at all.
Oh well,
Yeah,
then
he-
so then it's
Terrible
possible that
explorer.
could have been above sea level at that time.
Yeah.
And then it
Well, I
went
guess.
under sea level
I guess it could have.
in Area the 4. So,
Because under sea level
sometime
means
after
it's wet.
that.
It probably wasn't
What?
so wet.
Right.
Does under sea level mean wet?
Yes. Is water wet?
I hate this question.
Not if it's frozen.
So much.
Then isn't that a
It's
different?
hard.
That's ice then.
Still water
That's not wet.
That's not
Ice
wet.
is not wet.
Well,
until you melt it.
it's
Until you
melting.
melt
You
it.
have to melt it.
Yeah.
Then it's not ice anymore.
Whoa. That answered a
Because
question.
even mist is wet. If you vaporize it, it gets wet.
I tried to catch fog the other day. Missed.
Dad joke, love it.
Holy fuck. That one hit me out of nowhere. I was not expecting that one.
Same.
Sorry.
man.
Yeah, we're good. We're
Ah.
bad jokes.
Ice gets wet.
I don't know. Because, but think about it. Does fire burn?
Technically, no, it does not. Sorry, no, it does not burn.
How?
Fire does not burn.
How does it not burn?
It burns the actual. It burns whatever the source is.
So is water
the
wet?
source is on fire. I don't know. I'm not a swimmer. I'm a firefighter.
If you would have one molecule of water, that would not be wet. But anything else is then covered or saturated in itself, so it would be wet.
But that is itself. It grows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But still,
is it? If it's still itself,
it's still not. It's still no longer one molecule of water.
Brian's wet with himself all the time.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
There you go. That's
every time I go in the bathroom, the shower gets turned on.
Smells like one of those pussy willow trees in here.
You've been studying up your dad shoes? Oh my gosh.
No.
Holy cows.
Smells like a
Trust
wholesome.
me, I know.
It smells like a wholesome
This
factory.
face could make the Sahara wet. That's a lie. I'm ugly as sin, so sorry.
Moving on.
That's my line.
That's all. That's actually all I have on Easter. There really wasn't much. Not many people have the real. Nobody can actually be like, yes, that's where it started.
Is what it's. Yeah.
They can point to Constantine.
Yeah.
You can point to Jesus and his disciples. You can kind of point to
Ishtar,
Brother Bede, whoever he was, and Grimm kind of piggybacked off of Bede. So you can't really you kind of can. He was a folklorist. He did some searching through the peoples. So you kind of can. You can point back to a few things. But nothing's like, yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
You really can't. And it's weird how we did the Christmas episode and man, was that pagan.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
And then we
pagan.
tied it into Easter with one God.
I gotta watch that one.
That's weird. Yeah, watch the Christmas one because there's a lot in that too.
Yep.
A lot of actually next Christmas, I have more.
Oh,
I'm already compiling.
Wow.
There's more. There is freaking more.
There's more.
There is
to that?
more, and I don't know how. I don't even know how, but there is, and it's actually pretty freaking interesting.
Is it pretty weird?
It's not as weird as the elves in that story. Or what were they? The lads. Not as weird as the lads in that story.
No. No.
Sounds like we're in Guntown.
But hey, if you guys know any other cool Easter traditions or Easter stories or origins, let us know in the comments.
Yeah, if anybody lays any golden eggs, please let us know too.
Yep.
And your location. Drop a pin, brother.
Or sister.
Or sister. Oh, yeah, wait. Well, according to the bunny, it could be either or. So.
Right.
You can see
The
me
bunny
running.
becomes a man, but it was a female.
You don't even have to. You could be one of the cats that you are now. If you, no matter, or dogs, whatever you guys are these days.
I'll be running down with 2 empty cartons.
Right. Yeah.
That's it, guys.
That's it.
Hey, you got anything else you guys want to add?
Good.
All right.
Good. Thanks for joining.
Thank you.
Thanks. See
See
you
ya.
guys.
Yeah.